My name is Gurveer, Brah. This is Screen Off Script. Today I'm here with William Fichtner, as well as Will Woods for The Outer Threat, which is coming out on July 24th. Guys, thank you so much, and congrats on the movie.
Oh, thanks so much.
Okay, I want to start. First off, how did you guys decide? Was it a coin flip of who's going to be Will and who's going to be William this time?
Well, I go by Bill, so he owns Will.
I think you own William, though.
It could happen.
Out of respect. Out of respect.
You are a Will.
You got the seniority. All right, so I want to begin at the end, actually, because this is a story where a strong part of it is about AI, right? And AI is so divisive right now, and it feels like people don't really know what they want to do. So actually for you, how do you approach the idea of an ending that feels emotionally satisfying when the central question is something that none of us are like, I know the answer to that?
Well, I hope that people will walk away from the film thinking about obviously there's mechanisms that AI is going to be super useful for, and I think in the immediate term it offers a lot of potential and will help people in their day-to-day lives. I think that you can put all of the applications that it can offer in the short to near term in one bucket, while still exploring the potential risks in another bucket. So trying to separate the philosophical existential threat of a digital artificial consciousness and think about what that could mean for our future and how diverse the future could be because of this new technology is one thing. And obviously, I hope people's emails all read better because of technology as well. So,
but when you're actually going towards okay, I actually have to come towards an ending, and there has to be some solidness at the end. How do you even come to an idea of this is the one I'm going to go with? How did you get to that conclusion? I'm so curious about that because it sounds like the hardest thing in the world.
I think that I just wanted to. I had philosophically, I'm very misanthropic, but I also love individual human beings. So I kind of wanted to have this movie where you fall in love with these characters and this family genuinely cares about each other, and even in the light of danger, they are experiencing joy together and taking moments to be a family and solve problems and enjoy each other's company. But at the end of it, when you look at humanity holistically, obviously you can love an individual and still question the how we are as shepherds of our own ecosphere.
I love that. And what I love about this movie is that there are so many big questions, right? And I'm left thinking so much, and I think that's such a strong part of it. But for yourself, William, your character feels like he's balancing fear with protecting the people that he knows and loves. But since there are so many big philosophical questions, because you bring so much humanity, is that what drew you to the role?
Yeah. I mean, the whole script, and it all starts with that, start to finish, and what is this story? But this moment in the middle of it, where it really is about humanity and choices, and this gentleman that's making these decisions in real time, right then and there, with this young woman that's in there with her family, and what do you do? And he really starts thinking out loud, and he's grappling with things, and I mean that is just a whole bunch of plates spinning emotionally, and I'm always attracted to that. I think that's those are the characters that you want to play. It's definitely not one note.
Yeah.
And this was not.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's cool because it's obviously it's your directorial debut, and I think that's so exciting as well. And seeing somebody who's so established, working with somebody so fresh, I think that energy comes off so strong, and especially in those scenes that you're in. But some of the biggest stories have been this year have been about the box office and just seeing how regular people, not just film bros, regular people are talking to me about did you know that Obsession was made with 750 and it ended up making us money? I'm having that conversation all the time. I'm so curious with both of you. Is there a real feeling of optimism and hope when you hear these stories, or does it feel like an isolated incident?
Well, I mean, it happens. It happens. Blair Witch Project. It happened. something that cost what, $60,000 or something like that. It was just a masterpiece of being terrified. I find that there's just not enough movies in movie theaters. Streaming and limited series have seemed to taken away a lot of what used to be film, and now it's so much as superhero. It seems like it's a large percentage of what's out there. I miss when there was so many more things. People were making more movies. I think up here in the things you've shared today, Will, about shooting up in Canada and the support that you get, that's incredible. That keeps it. I think you're more alive in some ways up here in the indie filmmaking than maybe anywhere. I mean, you really, it's a priority, and that's why it stays alive. And part of the reason you were able to put this whole thing together and do it, and that's great.
Yeah. Do you get a sense of hope, or like where's your head at when all these stuff's happening these days?
Like hope about the film industry, or
yeah,
hope about,
like just about
the world?
like smaller movies making money, like literally, like that's what.
Oh yeah, I mean
you know what I
it's super exciting.
Yeah,
like
because
I remember.
Sorry, not to interrupt, but I feel as like the superhero, like I feel like we're kind of moving away from that. No, I'm getting that sentiment these days.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, I'm not a huge fan of those films.
Yeah.
Can't honestly say I remember the last time that I bought a ticket to see a big superhero film. Yeah. I'm sure they're great. There is a little bit of a feeling of, flipping around on the channel, and I'm not sure which one's which one.
Yeah, yeah. But the funny thing is, like, I want to see you with a big budget. I feel like you're going to kill it once you get a humongous budget. Because, like, what I saw in this...
I want to see him with a big budget.
Right? Like, I feels like what we got to see... Like, I just want to know how much you spend on drones, number one. All right? But, like, number two is, like, once you have, like, unlimited resources, I think it's going to be a real special story that you're able to tell.
I appreciate. I mean, that's very generous of you. We'll see if I ever get to that point. But I do have to give a shout out to Mars, Jonathan Bronfman, who he owns Mars and did the VFX, which is the house that did all the VFX. I think they really went above and beyond with not a lot of resources. So yeah. If you like the VFX, it's all due to their good work.
They did great work, and I'm really curious for you guys. Like, when you think of movies that left you with more questions than answers, but like in a good way, like movies that had you just wondering stuff afterwards. What comes to mind? Like maybe it inspired this role or this film for you. Like what comes to mind in that kind of space?
I remember the first time I saw No Country for Old Men, which I actually, when people ask me like what are some of my favorite movies, I always mention. But I remember the first time I seen it when the Josh Brolin character dies off camera, and then it goes into this sort of like Tommy Lee Jones sort of existential like reckoning that, obviously mirrors the opening monologue that Cormac McCarthy from the Cormac McCarthy novel. I remember just walking out of that movie just being like, I don't know how I feel, but I feel like I can't wait to go watch it again, and. Yeah, I just think that it's like such a beautiful film, but it disappears into the sort of like cat and mouse thriller for the middle part of the film, that you forget the philosophical musings that kind of like brought you in to introduce you to the Sugar character at the beginning, and then when you come back to it, you're like, oh yeah, like this actually is like very fitting.
Yeah. 100%. What about yourself? Any thoughtful?
It's funny you mentioned that film, because I was just having a conversation the other day with someone about. I remember watching that the first time, and there's this section in the beginning where like nobody talks for like 10 minutes when he's out. When he's out in the prairie and he finds that, and I'm just like. Wow, I wonder what that read like in a script. There's, I wonder what some studio executive said. Nobody's talking for 20 pages. Yeah. But damn, it's riveting.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's yours?
Oh, Why are you putting me on the spot? This is the reverse interview. Come on. Movies that left me thinking. Okay, I want to think more. Oh, recently, have you guys seen The Invite yet?
Yes.
On like
2 days ago.
a human level, relationship level, it left me just going like, oh man, it left me a lot of like personal questions about relationships.
Yeah.
But fantastic film.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I can't wait to
love
see it.
Yeah, but genuinely, thank you so much for your time, and I can't wait to see what this movie does. I'm so excited for you guys, and congratulations on the movie. That was really fun.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you. Thanks for the kind words.
I appreciate it.